Hello, Libra. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your reading for the first half of January from the 1st through the 15th. New Year vibes, guys. We're getting ready for 2021. So, obviously, this is for the first half of January, but I'm recording it before the new year. So let's take a look and see what's coming in for you when it comes to a particular heart connection, your person that you are thinking of for this reading. And for those who are unattached and single, let's take a look and see if there are possibilities for new love coming in, as well as new opportunities, not just in your love life, but just life overall. So let's take a look at that here today, Libra. General reading as always, guys. It won't resonate with every single person, so please do take from it what makes sense for you, release the rest. If you are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is listed down below, as well as all of the decks and creators that you see here today. So these are the 3 decks that we're going to be starting things off with. This is by Bridget of Divine Essentials, Masculine's Madness 2. And this is my self-created one, the Woman's Intuition Oracle, and this is the Island Time Wellness deck, Wellness Love Oracle. So let's get started here, Libra, and see where this goes for you. And as always, cross-watchers are certainly welcome, whoever is guided to tune in. So let's take a look and see where the Divine Masculine is at for the first focus message here. Okay, I'm guided to this card here. We have chains that bind, sexually bound to you. So if you are a feminine tuning in, you have a masculine who is sexually bound to you. They're connected to you still. There might be something in regard to those intimate moments that you guys have shared, especially if you're not with this masculine right now. They're thinking about you in a very sexual manner. They're still desiring you. They're still bound to you in that way. Okay, so let's go ahead and add to this with a message on behalf of the Divine Feminine now from the Woman's Intuition Oracle. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Libra. All right, for the feminine, let's grab this card here. I feel you pulling away from me, which is interesting. You know, it's like maybe in the 3D world, this masculine has pulled away from the feminine, but maybe in the 5D, he's still desiring her sexually. Okay, so we'll, of course, have to dig a little bit deeper into that situation to see why that is. All right, let's go ahead and grab your third focus message here, Libra. All right. For your New Year messages, let's take a look for the first half of January. I'm guided to this card here. We have self-indulgence. Focus on self, your self-worth. It's time to heal. Some of you have to do that shadow work that perhaps you have been sweeping it under the rug, or you just haven't been able to dedicate time to do that. This is also about self-appreciation. Okay, so maybe entering into a new year, this is something that you need to work on. Okay, so that's what's presenting itself here, guys, to start things off. So let's add to this, of course, to see where else this reading is going to go for the collective. So I wanted to grab some messages from the Divine Perspective for Soul Connections Oracle. This is by Angelic Revelation 144. Angels and Spirit Guides, please, for Libra. What else do we need to know for 2021 for Libra? Intellectual contemplation. Okay, so what I'm feeling for some of you guys is maybe you're really trying to look at your life from a more logical standpoint, just trying to make smarter and better choices heading into the new year. Okay, so also for some of you guys, maybe there's a lot of thinking that you're doing right now. You're in heavy contemplation mode. But again, I'm feeling trying to make better choices for yourself so that you don't repeat patterns that didn't work for you perhaps in 2020 or just prior to where you're at today. Look at this. Some of you guys have been dealing with a controlling partner. And that's very difficult to deal with at times. If this is something that you relate to, perhaps that is why this is coming through, where it's time for you to focus on yourself and your self-worth, especially if you had a partner who just affected the way you saw yourself, your self-esteem, your confidence. Look at this. It's the end of a cycle. Okay? So some of you guys ended things with someone because it wasn't working out. Maybe you lost your identity and all that. Obviously take that only if it applies, but some of you, I'm feeling, walked away or ended things with somebody that was very controlling, possibly in and out of the bedroom, And so here you are, possibly my feminines, if you relate to this, you are feeling this masculine pulling away from you. If, for example, you're the more controlling person, but that could be reversed as well. That could apply to the masculine also, especially since that's coming through. They're bound to the feminine, sexually bound to the feminine. But there was something about it that it just wasn't working, We also have sacred union of two souls. So for those of you that might have ended a cycle with somebody that was toxic to you, somebody that just wasn't good for you, this could ultimately represent the direction that you're going, that you can find somebody that you can have this connection with, a very special bond, a soulmate, a twin flame, however way you connect with this person. This could also represent past energies for some of you guys, where this is a thing of the past. You've learned those lessons, having dealt with people that no longer serve a purpose in your life. And maybe at this point in time, the person that you're thinking about for this reading is somebody that you do feel that very sacred union with. Look at these cards. We have karmic bond, followed by twin flame. Okay? So there's someone here that you're karmically connected to. Whether it's a healthy connection or more than likely, for some of you, it's a toxic karmic bond. And that is the situation, hopefully, that you got yourself out of and into this sacred union with somebody that could represent this very special twin flame connection. But it's also very important for you to focus on yourself and whatever healing it is that you need to do at this point in time. So let's add to this. We'll pull some messages from the Arrows of Love by Mystic Moon. And I don't know why I'm losing my voice. I could feel it. Too much talking, I suppose. The amount of readings that I do in the course of the day could sometimes be over a dozen readings, and they often average anywhere from 30 minutes to over an hour. So it's a lot of talking. So by the time I get to do the readings for my channel, my voice is pretty much on its way out sometimes. All right, so let's see, Libra, what else needs to come through here. The masculine. Okay, so there's something that has to do with the masculine that's definitely impacting the feminine here. It could also be this masculine who is in this energy of intellectual contemplation, heavily thinking about perhaps what their next move should be to repair a situation, a connection with a feminine. But I'm really happy to see this card on the mend, because again, time to heal. Okay? If you have been dealing with heartbreak, someone or something that hurt you, whatever the case may be. This could also be a physical healing for some of you. If you've been ill, if you haven't been well, you're on the mend. You're healing from that, whatever it is that you need to heal from. We also have integrity, and I feel that that's very important for you, Libra. And maybe that was compromised at one point in time through this controlling partner or a person that you were dealing with. Doesn't have to be romantic. Could be a friend. It could be a family member who was not acting from a place of integrity, and maybe you put your foot down and ended a situation with that person. We have spring coming through here, okay, which is a few months from now. And this can also represent growth in your life, growth in a relationship. Something is blooming, blossoming between two people. So that could be giving us a bit of a time frame here for some of you. We also have anticipation. I'm feeling for some of you guys, you're waiting for something. You're anticipating something. You know, you took action to possibly end a cycle in your life, and maybe 2021 is when you're waiting for things to get moving in your life, especially if things have been stagnant and just not moving the way you'd like. We have up in smoke, okay? So that could, again, have something to do with the ending of a cycle. Something that fizzled, it went up in smoke, it's done. More than likely you walked away from that situation, that person, Libra. And look at this, we've got proposition. Twin flame proposition, sacred union of two souls. This can, of course, represent a literal proposal of marriage for some of you. Maybe during the new year or sometime in January. Or simply a proposition to start over, to reconnect, to open up the conversation. However way that proposal presents itself in your life, Libra. It could also be you that will be doing the proposing. Okay, so let's add to this, guys, and see what else needs to come through. This is my new tarot deck. It's called the Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle, and I like to call it Tarot with a Twist because it's not your typical tarot deck. And of course, it includes the 78 original cards that you would get from any tarot deck, but I've also added new oracle messages as well as new court cards exclusive to this one. And so you'll get 117 cards. It also follows the format of my tarot teacher deck in that the majority of cards contains upright and reversed meanings. So it makes it really easy to learn if you're a beginner wanting to learn how to read tarot for yourself. Okay, so it's a really fun deck. If you're interested in this one, as well as all of the other decks and creators that you see here, Libra, all of those links are down below in the description box. So let's take a look at this, Libra, and see what else needs to come through. So what's coming through so far is that more than likely something came to an end. You closed the door to an opportunity, a relationship, a connection, whatever the case may be. It wasn't working for you. Something just was not working for you. So you more than likely took control of a situation instead of being controlled by somebody else. You decided to finally take a stand maybe and just take control of your own life, focusing on your healing and shadow work, which is great. So what else is it that you would benefit from knowing heading into 2021? Angels and spirit guides. We have the Seven of Wands. So for some of you, maybe you're dealing with a fire sign here. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Standing up for what you believe in. Okay, I was just basically mentioning that. And this Seven of Wands is somebody who's strong-willed. But it can also come through with that very defensive type vibe and challenges. Somebody who's territorial. Someone who wants to maintain control. So it kind of makes sense that it's presenting itself here because we've got the controlling partner right here. You know? And so if this is what you dealt with, that can only go so far. That gets to be really overwhelming. Being told what to do, your every step, your every movement. You are your own person. And nobody has the right to control you in any way, shape, or form. And if you are dealing with a controlling partner, this tells me more than likely that you finally took control of the situation and you stood up for what you believe in, and what you believe in is yourself. and your journey and your self-worth. Finally, starting that first step towards healing. You've got the Magician helping you out as well. Manifestation of somebody who can love you the way you deserve to be loved. This sacred union of two souls. For some of you, you could connect with somebody that's coming through as your twin flame. You see that? If you haven't met that twin flame thus far, you could, possibly in the new year. Okay, because the Magician is all about manifestation of your ideal mate. Whether they are coming through as a soulmate, a twin flame, however way you interpret that soul connection. This does represent a rekindled romance for some of you, reconnecting with someone that you're in separation from, or taking action, taking a risk and see what the future has in store for you. If you're single right now, if you're looking for love elsewhere, the Magician is here to help you find that great love of yours. Three of Pentacles. Okay, it's all about teamwork, collaboration. In order for your relationship, your current relationships to thrive and to make it, you guys have to put in equal effort to make it work. Otherwise, if you're the only one putting in all the work and they're just sitting on their ass doing nothing, then that creates a very out of balance energy between the two of you. Three of Pentacles is all about equal give and take, truly working as a team, putting in that hard work, the effort in a partnership to stay afloat and to maintain the happiness that perhaps you guys had built from the beginning. But some of you guys experienced this, the Ten of Swords. Backstabbing. Someone really hurt you. Someone betrayed you. Because this represents, it's one of the most painful cards in tarot. It's a very painful ending, but it ended. That's why it's here. And that's why this is here. Because when this came to an end, whoever ended it, it doesn't matter who did it, it's done, it's in the past, and now you're being directed to focus on your self-healing, Libra. And if you haven't started that healing, the time is now. Don't be a martyr for your relationship. So you've severed ties with somebody for a very good reason. And as a result of that one decision to finally get control of your life, this is where you're headed. And this has heavily impacted you personally because swords represents air energy. You are an air sign. So you're heading towards healing, calming waters here with that Six of Swords. You're releasing baggage attached to perhaps a controlling partner, somebody that you were involved with where it was just very toxic and just not healthy for you. So the Six of Swords is letting us know that you're leaving all of that drama behind. You are creating a transition for yourself. You could also resonate with the energy of the Page of Swords. More air energy. Maybe you're just curious about what the future has in store for you. And also you could be waiting, as I've mentioned, you're waiting for something, maybe waiting to hear from someone. And that doesn't necessarily have to just do with your love life. You're waiting to hear from someone. It could be a friend, it could be a family member with some news. Because this represents delayed news, so it might take a little bit more time before you hear anything. Anticipation. You're waiting. So just have some patience. You'll hear something. You'll hear something. Hopefully, we have a time frame here of spring, which is still a few months, as I've mentioned. But that's why you're being directed to have patience, because what it is that you're waiting for some of you, it might still take some time. And then we've got the Nine of Cups here, which is a great card because this is satisfaction, emotional stability. This is a wish that can manifest itself. Again, more than just your love life, some other aspect of your life that is of concern to you. something that means a lot to you, you can still have that wish come true. You absolutely can. And you know, it's interesting because the Three of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups, they have to do with rewards as well. Putting in the hard work towards something and being rewarded for those efforts. And that requires some patience to be rewarded in that way. But it appears, Libra, that it's on its way to you. Okay? You just got to wait for it. All right, so I wanted to add to this with some additional guidance from Sister Moon Tarot. This is the Sensual Sweet Angelic Whispers deck. What else do you need to know here, Libra, when it comes to the new year? Your connection. Whoever it is, perhaps, that you're thinking about for this reading. Let's see what else. I am terrified of intimacy. Okay? They're terrified of it, but at the same time, they feel bound to you sexually. So they could have some issues that they had prior to even meeting you when it came to intimacy. There could also be, for some of you, dealing with a partner who dealt with codependent issues. And until they can work through this and do that shadow work, because this applies to both of you, whoever needs healing, who needs to do that shadow work. I kind of feel for some of you, it's your person. They have to heal that part of themselves that is afraid of intimacy. They could have been abused somehow or have encountered something traumatic through their upbringing or through a prior relationship. This could, of course, be for some of you as well, Libra. This could be something that you relate to. You are like a goddess to me. So my feminines, your masculine sees you as this goddess. Someone that they are definitely very attracted to. I get lost in your eyes. They are the most beautiful I've ever seen. They find you to be very attractive, very beautiful. Something about your eyes that's so alluring and captivating. I miss your beautiful face. These three cards right here, I'm feeling more so directed towards the feminine here. I still love you more than you know. But that could have been an issue if they did not express themselves to you. If they were holding in these emotions and if they never told you that they loved you. How would you know that? You're not a mind reader. But they're coming through here communicating that they still love you no matter what's happened. And more than perhaps you even realize that they care for you. With just a slight touch, you send shivers down my spine. More intimate moments, sexual energy presenting itself here. Okay, so that's what's presenting itself from that deck. Take whichever one of those resonates with you. But I do feel your person, especially your masculine, my feminines, very attracted to you, very sexually attracted to you still. Desiring you. Okay, so let's add to this and see what else we can tap into for this reading, Libra. So I wanted to grab some messages from my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra, for the first half of January, the new year, 2021. What else do you need to know? Look at this. There really is something about those intimate moments that you guys have shared. Beso means kiss. Your lips were meant for mine. No other kiss can ever compare to your kiss, our kiss. And maybe for those of you that did end a relationship because it was toxic, because they were controlling, there's still something about the way you guys kissed, those intimate moments when you were very close to each other. And if there were other people involved, if they ended up leaving you for someone else or vice versa, still, nobody compares to you. We have rhythm. We have so much chaos going on throughout the world, which is so fitting and true. This pandemic is still affecting so many. I have to tune it out when it gets to be too much. Before I know it, I'm in my own little world where it's just me, my thoughts, my music and songs that uplift me, songs that calm me, because it's about us. You are the rhythm in my heart. So you might be thinking of someone who really loves music. They love to listen to songs to calm themselves down. They could even be very gifted in music. They could sing. They could be a musician, an entertainer. There's something about the rhythm when it comes to you and this person. There could also be particular songs that they hear, and the lyrics are just something that they really resonate with. And maybe you're able to resonate with that yourself, Libra. Then we have number 19. And this is one of those cards that I came up with. Something about these yellow flowers that just drew me to this photo. And I noticed that the person's hand here, their tattoo is number 19, which interestingly enough is my lucky number. I happen to love the number 19. So I was thinking, how is it coming through message-wise? What can I put down for this particular message for this card? And so this is what I came up with. So it says, day 1 was the hardest. I couldn't accept that we were over. Day 2 through 4 hurt me more than I could have ever expected. Day 5 through 9 was depressing. Day 10 nearly killed me. Day 11 through 18 hurt like hell. Day 19 we made up and decided we were worth a second chance. Have you ever had your own quote unquote day 19? And what that basically means is, and the last line of this card reads, here's to second chances and day 19s. So basically, the root of this card is about second chances. For some people, it could be less than 19 days. For some, it could be years before a reconnection or reconciliation comes about. But this is talking about the journey, the healing that a person goes through the pain, through the frustration, through the heartbreak, everything that you go through with a breakup. When you're in separation from somebody and you're just looking at that clock ticking away and feeling the pain in your heart, how many days is it going to be before I can hear from them, see them again? So that's what this is about. If you're still hoping to reconnect with someone, and it has presented itself in this reading that you have to have patience, because this number, we of course don't know how many days it's going to be before you can reconnect with somebody, or if you're ever going to reconnect, because it takes two people to want that. You both have to have the same vision of what it is that you want to manifest in a partnership. But if there is hope, and if you guys actually put in the same type of effort in the relationship, and again, going back to the Three of Pentacles, it's all about that teamwork. Putting in that teamwork, then absolutely there are second chances that are possible for some of you. You also have faith, or at least the need for faith. Life has a way of bringing us to our knees when we lose faith in a situation, in someone, in ourselves. The most heartfelt prayers are born from those moments of heartache, desperation, and hope. So sometimes when we start to lose faith, that's exactly when it is you need to perhaps turn to prayer or tap into whatever strength you've got left in you to continue to have faith in a situation. If it's truly meant to be for you, life will find a way to bring it back. We also have fragmentary. You and I are pieces to a puzzle that make no sense when we are apart. Incomplete without all the pieces of who we are together. You are the missing piece of my heart. Without you, the masterpiece of my life will forever remain unfinished. So this person definitely feels empty and incomplete without you. And maybe you're able to resonate with that for yourself. Maybe you feel just as empty and incomplete without them. And then we've got this love dance. So more references to music here for some of you. Rhythm and love dance, music, songs. So this card reads, there's no one else on this planet I'd want to go through this dance of life with. You are my other half, my best friend, my lover, my plus one, my person, my soulmate. Let's dance this dance together for the rest of our days. Second chances are possible. Totally possible, if you're both open to it, of course. Okay, so that's what's presenting itself there. And since I feel there's definitely healing that's needed here for some of you, let's go ahead and grab some healing messages from your angels. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. Healing messages from your angels. What is it that you would benefit from knowing right now? That you have their support, that they are here to help you on your healing journey. Your angel guides, your spirit team, the universe, a higher power. They're there for you. You don't have to go through this journey alone. Okay? They're watching out for you and protecting you. Forgiveness is crucial for some of you guys. And I've mentioned this frequently through other readings because this is a gift that you offer yourself, Libra, in order to not be a vessel for all of the negative energies that you could carry forth with you into the new year. And this does not mean that you condone somebody and their actions and what they've done to hurt you. It simply means that you are finally allowing the healing process to begin. And that's what this card is all about. Find it in your heart somewhere to be able to come to a point of forgiveness so that you can lay the burdens down that you're holding on to that has to do with something painful or traumatic that you've endured. And sometimes in order to get there, you need to do that shadow work. Ideas and inspiration in the new year. If you've got any sort of idea that you want to implement in the new year, go for it. Whatever inspires you, or whoever inspires you to do better, to dream bigger. Look at this. You've got new beginnings coming through here. New beginnings can apply to every aspect of your life, Libra. Your love life, yes. A new job, a new chapter of your life. This could even represent retirement for some of you guys. Whatever this new beginning is, if you need one, here it is. You also have manifestation. Manifestation of your goals, your dreams, whatever means the most to you. Remember, you've got the Magician here, which is all about manifestation, especially in regard to your love life. Libra, if what you're wanting to manifest is your ideal mate, you've got your angels here helping you to do that. Restore balance in your life. If things are out of balance, this is something that needs healing as well, something that you need to put effort towards. And finally, we have Archangel Michael blessing this reading for you as well, Libra. Lots of support, lots of angelic presence and blessings for you. Okay, so let's wrap things up. We did have some references to music here, so I wanted to go ahead and grab some songs from my Heart Songs deck. If you're not familiar with the song, see if you resonate with the lyrics. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. All right, let's see what else. Wrapping things up here. Love on the Brain by Rihanna. Okay? So the lyrics, baby, I'm fist fighting with fire just to get close to you. Can we burn something, babe? And I run for miles just to get a taste. Must be love on the brain that's got me feeling this way. It beats me black and blue, but it fucks me so good and I can't get enough. So for those of you that resonate with that song, you know, this could even be a favorite song of someone's, maybe yours. There could also be someone out there that just can't get enough of you, even if it is a toxic relationship, you know? We have Just the Way You Are by Billy Joel. I said I love you and that's forever, and this I promise from the heart. I could not love you any better. I love you just the way you are. So this is something perhaps that your person, the one that you're thinking about for this reading, they want you to understand that the love is still here. They love you for who you represent, who you are on the outside and the inside. They don't want to change you. They love you just the way you are. Save the Best for Last by Vanessa Williams. Sometimes the snow comes down in June. Sometimes the sun goes round the moon. I see the passion in your eyes. Sometimes it's all a big surprise. 'Cause there was a time when all I did was wish you'd tell me this was love. It's not the way I hoped or how I planned, but somehow it's enough. You know, isn't it interesting how both of these songs, it's got the word enough. And, you know, I can't help but feel for some of you, it's like you ended a cycle because you had enough. It's like enough is enough. And yet some of you guys might be dealing with a person who can't get enough of you. They're obsessed with you. They can't stop thinking about you. They're still sexually bound to you. This is the masculine to the feminine, of course. That's what's presenting itself here. Because sometimes we just have to know when to say enough, you know? You don't have to take what someone is giving you if it's just not working for you anymore. We also have Do You Believe in Love by Huey Lewis and the News. Now the feeling is beginning to grow and the meaning is something you only know. If you believe it, take my hand and I'll take your heart. So if you still believe in this connection, and remember we ended up getting the faith card coming through here. If you still believe that you and this person can work this out, that's half the battle. Both of you putting in the same type of effort to salvage a relationship that had issues. Absolutely. Working as a team. Remember, you guys can fix this. We also have At Last by Etta James. At last, my love has come along. My lonely days are over, and life is like a song. At last, the skies above are blue. My heart was wrapped up in clover the night I looked at you. I found a dream that I could speak to, a dream that I can call my own. So they could also perhaps see you as a dream come true, Libra. And for some of you guys connecting in the fifth dimension, maybe you see each other in your dreams. And this could also be reference to dreams that you want to be able to manifest in 2021. Okay, so many possibilities here, Libra, not just in your love life, but truly this could even involve your career, your vocation, your health, your relationship with your friends and family. New beginnings, fresh starts, do-overs. It's presenting itself here for you. Okay, so that is where I'm going to leave this one. I do hope whatever part of this reading resonated with you. I hope that it helped you out. And for anyone who is interested in your own personal private reading, that information is down below. So that's it. That's wrapping this reading up, guys. Have a very happy new year and celebrate safely. All right, that's it for now, guys. Thank you. See you next time.